Hi, and welcome to a new episode of The Young and the Restless. We open up at the club. We see Nate and Audra discuss him proposing an idea to Vic, and she is worried that Adam will destroy her career. But she hangs up the phone, and Adams comes over to her asking if she has good news for him. Adam thinks that she is stalling him, and he doesn't like that. But Audra says that she has a plan up her sleeves. I'm sorry, guys, I got a cold, so pardon me if I'm constantly sniffing. Then we move to Newman. We see Nate comes off the phone. Then he enters the Newman office, and Nicky and Victoria is there. And he pitches to them that they should merge Augustus and Newman Media. Vic and Nicky questions where it's coming from. Why would he want to do that? Nicky asks why is he trying to defy Victor, because Victor already made a decision. Then we see Abby goes to the Abbott house to visit Jack, and she tells him that Ashley is willing to meet and says that it has to be just the three of them, him, Ashley, and Jack. No one else will be there, and she says no Diane. Then we see Billy meets with Tucker and Ashley, and Billy asks what's in it for him if he joins them. Then we see Ashley Tucker promise in keeping Jabo as a separate company, and they will keep Billy on to run Jabo. And Billy says that he's in. But I'm like, is Billy really in, or is Billy just gonna take the company from all of them? Billy takes out his phone, and then he texts Jax and tells him to watch out for Ashley and Tucker heading his way. Then we see Abby tells Jack that Diane can't be there, and Diane agrees, but Jack claims that they are married and demands that Diane needs to be there. Jack is such a wuss. Then we see Diane calls out Jack for his hypocrisy and says the same way you don't want Tucker there, then I shouldn't be there, and that's what's causing the friction. And he has to accept Tucker in Ashley's life the same way he demands that Ashley accept Diane. Back at Newman, Vic and Nicky doesn't want to merge, but Nicky leaves. And then Nicky warns as she leaves that it is trouble and they shouldn't think about it. But after he leaves, Vic continues to question why Nate would want such a merger, and questions if Nate lost faith in Audra running the company. Back at the club, we see Audra tells Adam that Nate is currently making a proposal to Vic to merge the companies, and Audra questions what happens to her after the merger. And Adam says that that's not his concern. She tells Adam that she is an excellent asset to keep. Audra tells Adam that he needs her, and she tries to negotiate terms with Adam and says she wants it in writing. Then we go back to Newman, and Nate continues to try to convince Vic to merge. Then we see Ashley and Tucker arrives at the Abbott house, and Abby asks Tucker and Diane to leave. And Tucker and Diane agree to go get some food. Then we see Diane and Tucker go to society, and they run into Billy. And he takes dig at Diane, leading Jack in the wrong direction. Currently, obviously they're trying to play in Tucker's face for Tucker to believe that Billy is on their side, and they fake fight in front of Tucker. Then we see Diane walks away, and we see she runs into Nicky, and they're like, oh my god, they didn't want to run into each other. Then back at the club, we see Audra says that she wants to be second in command, and Adam laughs. Then we see Jack and Ashley take digs at each other first, but Abby stops them and tries to mediate. And Ashley says that she would gladly walk away from Jabo with nothing if all she has to do is to be done with Jack and Diane. Then we see Jack is shocked at Ashley's proposal, and Ashley tells him that congrats, he won. Jack wonders what's the catch, and Abby questions what does it mean for them as a brother and sister relationship. Then we see Diane demands that Nicky congratulates her on her marriage. And Nicky laughs and scuffs her off and says that you may have gotten your way with everyone, but not with me. Then we see Billy and Tucker discuss Diane driving Jabot to the downfall, and Tucker thinks that Billy is moving a little too good to be true. So he starts to question whose side Billy is really on. Then we see Nicky comes over and asks, what is Diane doing? Then we see Jack tells Ashley to give Diane a chance and he will do the same for Tucker. Then Billy and Tucker tells Nicky that they have common ground with the dislike for Diane. Nicky agrees not to trust Diane. Tucker thinks that Phyllis has something up her sleeves when it comes to Diane. But Nicky thinks that everything they have done, Diane has won, so it does no good to battle with Diane. Then we see Audra runs into Diane at the coffee house, and they discuss Kyle, and Diane tells her that Kyle belongs at Jabot and with Summer, and Audra says that Kyle is ready to move on, and Audra says that Kyle needs a break from you and he needs to find himself. This pisses off Diane, and Audra says that her intentions are sincere, and Diane calls her out for being a user, and we see that there's a new beef rolling between Diane and Audra. Then we see Adam and Nate run into each other at the club, and Nate calls out Adam's actions as despicable, and Adam reminds him that he did similar things to his family. Adam tells him that they are not much of a different person, only thing is he lives in his truth. Then we see Jack propose that he take Diane to the wedding in order to attend, and Ashley agrees that she will allow it, and they hug. Then we see Nate returns to Newman and asks Vic, and Vic says that she might agree to the proposal, but she has one contingent. Then we see Ashley invites Nicky to her wedding. We run into her at society, and Nicky thinks that there will be fireworks at the wedding. Then we see Jack and Ashley thinks that it's too easy. Jack and Diane think that it is too easy that Abby and Jack thinks that Ashley giving them everything is too easy, and Abby wonders if her mother is still doing a ploy. Then we end with Diane telling Jack that Ashley may have turned Billy against them because of the fight that they have. She said that the fight was a little bit too good to be true, and I'm like, Billy's working for himself. Thanks for watching. Bye.